What's going on, everyone? Psych Perspectives, giofvcks. If you recall, I have been talking about moving for quite some time. In fact, in 2019, one of my goals was to move. And of course, it didn't happen in 2019. However, it's happening in 2020. This weekend, what is today? The 15th? So, wait. Anyways, this weekend I'm moving. I have to look and see what day it is. But anyways, I'm shooting this video Friday morning because I worked overtime. I literally have been up since 8 and it's now 1 o'clock in the morning. Probably get like a 5-6 hour nap and turn around and do it again. I'm literally programmed to be this way. But I'm moving. I'm moving about an hour away from my hometown, Flint, Michigan. But I'm still going to be heavily back and forth because my family's here. And, you know, I love my family. Even though I know y'all probably look at my videos and be like, you be going in. Yeah, I do be going in. I use my YouTube channel to it's a part of my therapy in many ways because it allows me to get my feelings out and vent when I don't necessarily feel like writing it down in a diary. So instead, it's like a video diary. But it also helps me work through my own toxicity because it's like, again, you feel me? Transparency is deep as hell because you can see it on video, live time. You feel me? I look back at my videos a lot, and then I take notes, and then I write when I can finally get to doing the writing. I do it then. But anyways, I'm finally moving. 27, damn near 28, and I'm finally getting out of the hometown, getting, you know, leaving the nest, if you will. That's kind of how I look at it. It's weird because I lived in Flint, Michigan my entire life, and well, not my entire life. Like, I was in Seattle for 3 years, Seattle, Washington, because my mom had moved out there 2001 to 2004. But now it's just like, damn, I'm leaving the neighborhood, you know, that I grew up in, that I went to, you know, the elementary around the corner I went to school at, you know, my high school that I went to around the corner, and then my other high school about 25 minutes away. You feel me? And it's like, it's crazy. These are the neighborhoods, the streets, the smells, the people, the food, the restaurants, the culture, the style, you know, the geography, the environment. Like, I'm leaving this. And I do feel like I'm going to be emotional. You know, I feel like I might actually be able to cry a little and realize, and I want to say this too, there's nothing wrong with showing emotion. I'm learning that. You know, when I say showing emotion, there's nothing wrong with being feminine, and there's nothing wrong with showing emotions outside of being angry, mad, bitter, violent, aggressive. You know, you can cry, you can shed tears, you can smile, you can be happy, you can be joyful. It doesn't always have to be you angry and mad and bitter and mean mugging, and you can be vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable, but that's what, you know, therapy is really teaching me. So I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna cry this weekend. I kind of want to cry. I want to, you know, I want to have a really good cry because I haven't. Yeah, when my papa died, I cried. but that's been like 5 years ago, you know? And it's like, I just don't have it's so weird. I just have such a hard time with emotions. And it's just like regulating and like really understanding how I'm supposed to feel, and it's just deep. So, but I've been working on it, you know, and I gotta work harder. I gotta hold myself accountable. I gotta go further. So I'm moving, and I'm excited. It's still quite a ways from my job. Like, it's kind of dumb when you think about it, because it's like, so you're moving, but then you pick a location that's not near your job, but because you like the area so much, you move there. But there's always a method to my madness, or in other words, the universe always kind of pulls you, or in other words, God works in mysterious ways. So what I mean by that is, yeah, I moved. I'm still like 39 minutes away from my job, which is still 6 minutes closer to my job, because right now I'm like 45 minutes, basically, when there's traffic and shit. But when there's no traffic, I could probably get there in 30, 35. But there's a method to my madness. You know. But I finally did it. You know, I told you guys, like, hey, I was gonna leave July 12th, but I didn't sign the lease paperwork until the 14th, and then I got it. But see, the thing is, I've been so busy working, I haven't even moved. So that's why I'm moving this weekend. And then I'm moving in sections, because like, I don't want to take all the furniture from the house, because like my granny is still, you know, here, you know, and my mom and my uncle, and then like people will still be coming in and out. So I was like, no, I'll just get new furniture, which I don't really require that much, because again, I'm not really home. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get like 5 hours of sleep. I'm not really home that often. Well, I was, if you guys remember earlier this year, I was, you know, for like damn near 3 months, I worked from home, and it drove me fucking batshit crazy. But that's because of the environment that I was in. You know, my grandmother is, but I'm also, we're all kind of, if you think about it, when you are toxic because you refuse to heal, and also because you probably don't have the resources and opportunities, but you still have to, again, you got to take accountability somewhere, right? You're going to be toxic when you're going through this self journey. You're going to be. But you got to recognize that this behavior is unacceptable, because you're hurting yourself and you're hurting other people. So, like I said, I think I could probably work from home again now at my new place. Plus, my new place is like completely renovated. Like, the kitchen, oh my God. I was just like, oh. I'm so used to being in Flint. And don't get me wrong, Flint is home. And, you know, I do my family, we do home renovations and shit. So I normally, you know, would spend summers doing this. But this time I had the privilege to be like, no, I want to get a place that's already fixed up. I don't actually want to do the fixing up. I want a place that's already there. However, I'm still being financially savvy with this, because I got a roommate, and he's one of my good friends. We've known each other since 2013, 2014. But it was like, God, we could get this dope ass like bachelor pad, and then it's just us, and then like our other friends literally live across from us. Like, so many people I know live in this area, right? So like, it's almost like, hey. But so I'm being financially savvy with it, because it's like, at the end of the day, I got student loans, I got a family to support and take care of and help, which I am putting up healthy boundaries. That's another reason why I decided to leave, because you You can't be in toxic environments and think you're gonna grow. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's pretty damn difficult. And then sometimes you just need to break away and have a new change of scenery in the first place, so you can really truly grow and reach those pinnacles you plan to reach on some Drake shit, taking you back to Aston Martin, Rick Ross, 2010, Big Ten. Anyways, I just went all over the place with that one. But the point is, damn, that was a good song. And damn, I miss 2010. Take me back. It's when I graduated high school. I'm old. I'm getting older. And I'm almost 30, so it's time. So I'm expanding my horizons. I'm going to go further, and I'm going to push myself. And I feel like it's weird, but I feel like this is like a breakthrough, because I know I'm going to be accomplishing a lot of shit now. And it's weird, because it's almost like I know, like, okay, now we got our big boy boxers on. Now we're... So it's exciting. But I'll be coming back and forth to Flint, because like I said, this is home, and this is my community, and I'm gonna always come back and forth, and I want to keep my money. I want to keep my money, my resources in Flint. I'm purposely going to do that, because I think that's one of the problems, is that, especially in the black community, this is kind of a sidebar, but in the black community, so many times, this is how classism works as well. But a lot of black folks, there were black people, and there still are black people, we see it every day, who financially are very well off. It's not many of us. It's not many of us in this because of racism, etc. But there are some of us who are really in the middle class, upper middle class, and straight up upper class, rich, wealthy, decades, generations of money, and you'd be surprised. However, you had, before integration, okay, when we were segregated, you could have more wealth, or knowledge, or resources, or talent, but we all lived in the same areas because we had no other choice, because of segregation, Jim Crow, apartheid. There's so many different terms for it, okay? So a lot of people, we stayed together. So you would be in the black community, and your next door neighbor would be a dentist, and then your other neighbor would be a teacher, then your other neighbor would be a factory worker, then your other neighbor might have been a drug dealer, but you all lived in the same community, next to each other, in the same neighborhoods. You went to the same schools, because you couldn't go to school with anybody white, because you were black. We were segregated. And at those times, you didn't have as much. I mean, there was always classism, but it wasn't to the extremes. Where after integration, this is why I always argue, and a lot of people are, you can disagree with me. It's fine, but I truly believe segregation wasn't the problem. In my opinion, it wasn't the problem. The problem was, it was supposed to be separate but equal, and it wasn't equal. That was the problem. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, but you're, but I'm just being honest. I don't have a problem if I'm just with certain people, because we naturally segregate ourselves, unfortunately. And again, this can also be argued that we naturally segregate ourselves because of the oppressive environments that we're in, right? Because if we weren't being oppressed in the first place, we wouldn't even recognize that we had these differences. Or if we recognized the differences, we could recognize them and be respectful and supporting of each other's differences. But no, I don't know if we're ever going to get there. So anyways, when we integrated, that's when the blacks that had more money, had more talents and skills and resources, started fleeing the black community, right? Because again, we subconsciously and consciously think anything white is better. So for a lot of blacks and Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, Asians, Pacific Islanders, people of color across the globe, indigenous people across the globe, etc., whiteness has been taught to us that whiteness has been taught to us and shown to us through everything with propaganda and the oppression and hate and everything else, has been shown to all of us that whiteness is in proximity to greatness, to better, to good, to what you should esteem to be. So a lot of blacks that had money and resources, they fled the black community too. They didn't want to be around the niggas, right? But it doesn't matter how much money you have, you're still black. You're still a person of color. And that's what ends up screwing a lot of, as they say, what was that? I love this. And I'm going to get back to editing videos like how I used to. Stay tuned. Because I used to really get deep in, I didn't used to always just do everything on my phone. Stay tuned. I'm about to get back to it. But you have a nigga moment, okay? Boondocks, you have a nigga moment. And when you have that nigga moment, when you realize, oh, you thought you arrived, because a lot of people right now, you know, whether it's a Kanye West or it's a Jay-Z or whoever, okay, or it's a Oprah Winfrey or whoever, a lot of people think because they have certain skills and talents, certain money, certain accomplishments, they think that, oh, hey, how's everything? That's good. Same. I'm doing well. Just got in from work. Yeah, same to you. Have a good one. What was I saying? Oh, people think because they have certain accomplishments and skills and talents, money, education, whatever it may be, that somehow you're better than, and it's like, I hate to break it to you, but you're gonna have a nigga moment, right? Because it doesn't matter if you're educated, you're still gonna be black. It doesn't matter if you wear suits and ties. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. You're still going to be treated like a second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class, sixth class, however many classes beneath, because we live in a white supremacist, racist society. And it's not just about saying racism, and it's not just about saying white supremacy. It's also anti-black. It's also anti-women, anti-feminine, anti-LGBT, anti-poor. Just think about it. And it's all, and then so many of us sit around hating each other and fighting each other for crumbs, and the same people are at the top. But that is more videos like this, but from a more polished perspective, I guess, a little more professional setting, I guess. Stay tuned. But you're gonna get, so that's what I wanted to say before I ended this. I'm moving. I will probably do a little empty place tour. And well, it's not really empty because my other friend is moving stuff in too, but I'll show you some stuff. But the point is, there's going to be more videos where it's more professional, like how I used to, when I would have an intro and an outro, and then have links to articles and, you know, where I'm getting my research from, books and articles and videos and music, and just showing my works cited, my references, showing you where I'm getting my information from, right? Because, you know, I'm a firm believer, if you're going to have an opinion, that's cool, but you better have some facts to back up your opinion. You can't just be sitting up, because I'm going to tell you what it is. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. But there's certain asses that people will kiss, and there's certain asses that people don't want shit to do with. And a lot of people's opinions are like those asses that nobody wants shit to do with. Because once again, where's your facts? Where are you getting these conclusions from? You know, and that's the thing. It's like, so I want to make sure I have those articles and links and information below. Okay? So I'm going to get back into doing that. I'm working on a special project with a few other people. Looking forward to that. And I'm going to get back to doing my live streams on Instagram. We haven't done it in like almost a month. But that's because, I mean, I be busy, and then too, lining people up, because I want to have a guest on each, because I don't want to just be the one talking. I want it to be interactive. I want a guest. I want their input on what the topic should be and what we should discuss, etc. Right? Because I don't want to be the moderator 24/7. I don't want to be the commentator 24/7. You know, I want everyone to have an opportunity. So getting that together more. But I do have an individual. She is going to be a guest on there, and I look forward to talking to her, and I'm excited. And so that'll be coming up soon. And then I'm gonna show you like the fitness stuff as well, that like I promised. I just been, like I said, I work like nonstop. Like right now I need to get off of this and get this trash out, and then, you know, go to sleep for 5 hours and then get back up and do it all over again. But the point is, I told y'all I was moving, and I'm moving this weekend. You know, I'm a man of my word. Okay. And then too, it's about holding myself accountable. Like, what the fuck? Like, stop talking about shit and start doing it. Right? And I kind of think that's kind of how I am with this whole revolution, but that's kind of how I've kind of always been. But I think we all are at this point where you got to stop talking about it and start doing it, because they're literally trying to send kids to school to die. Okay? People are being evicted and facing evictions. People are homeless already. People are living in poverty and hungry already. And how long do we have to continue to talk about this before we start doing something about it? That's all I'm saying. Anyways, stay tuned. Peace, love, blessings. Make sure y'all wear y'all masks 6 feet apart. Wash your hands as much as you can. Get you some hand sanitizer. Disinfect. Drink your water. Eat your fruit. Eat your veggies. Get out here and outside. Socially distanced and safe, of course, but get some of that natural vitamin D. Get some of that good sun. Let that sun hit your skin. And if you got melanin, let that shit pop. Because when that vitamin D activates that melanin, I'm telling you, you feel pretty good. At least I do. But anyways, y'all be safe out here. You know, let's spread love and positivity, blessings, positive energy, positive vibes. We got to look out for each other, because we are stronger together. And yes, my Cash App is below. Now, I used to think, oh my God, I'm going to be a hypocrite, because I used to talk about Umar, and I am going to do a video on Umar. I haven't said anything about him in months. But shout out to the anti-fraud warriors, because y'all still holding it down. I mean, Lynn Honor, Anti-Afros Bengalis, Monty Woodgrain, The Rev. Even though and I'm gonna make sure I don't always agree with everybody's shit, because some people complain about him and then they turn around and do the same shit, or have some very close-minded ideologies and beliefs. So it's like the pot calling the kettle black in some cases. But hey, we all have what? Problems. But a lot of us need to learn how to do what? Solve them, okay? And be accountable. But anyways, shout out to y'all. Let's have fun, or let's talk with E and J. You know, Flowers and Jelly. So many people, man. Conscious Energy. Shout out to Conscious Energy. Y'all go and check these people out. And that's another thing that I want to start doing. I want to collaborate with y'all. And I also want to start like having links where you can find, like I said, have these links in my description box. I was like, hey, check out these videos. Check out this YouTuber. Check out this person's Cash App. Check out whatever. Now, yes, I have my Cash App below. But I'm not telling you have to donate. If you choose to donate to support the cause of the videos and you enjoy the content, or you want me to do a special video or a request and you want to leave a donation for the request, or just because you enjoy it, you can leave a donation. 50 cents, $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever it may be, I appreciate it. Okay, and yeah, you feel me? And also, I am thinking about doing Patreon and some other things, because it's like, I'm seeing the bigger picture now. But the difference is, yes, you need to make money. We have to make money, unfortunately, because we live in a capitalist society. However, you don't have to screw people over. You don't have to be shady, and you don't have to be over the top expensive, aka ripping people off, being shady. So I think the donation part is pretty nice. And then two, if I do a Patreon, I don't know like what the monthly membership would be, but I know that I wouldn't charge over $20 a month, because my thing is, you got to think, Netflix ain't charging. Well, they have it now, but you think if you get 100 people that really dig your videos and they all paid, I don't know, $10, $15 a month or up to $20 a month on your Patreon, that's a nice little side money for you, right? That's kind of dope. Or say if 100 people watch your video and 20 people left $5 a piece in your donation. You see where I'm going with this? So you don't have to rip people off. You don't have to be shady. You don't have to lie and mislead people about what you're doing, like telling people you're opening a school when you're not, and it's been 10 years. So I'm just saying. But anyways, like I said, stay tuned. Videos coming soon. I'm moving, y'all. We did it. Let's keep going.